Today I want to talk about iQSTEL, OTC ticker IQST. This stock has got some huge upcoming catalysts and will become a Nasdaq listed company in the coming months. So if you find any value in this video, can you kindly tap the like button? It really helps the channel grow. I'm aiming to get 300 likes on this video. Help me make that happen. Looking at my analytics, so many of you are watching my videos after these stocks rip up because you are not subscribed, and then only find my videos after the initial huge gains are made and everybody is talking about the stocks. So if you are new, consider subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it could make you a lot of money. This is not financial advice. I encourage everyone to do your own due diligence. Now let's get into it. iQSTEL is a US-based technology company offering leading-edge telecommunication and technology services for global markets. This company is a fully reporting penny stock with fantastic corporate governance, an independent board of directors and an audit committee. iQST offer leading-edge services in both business-to-business and business-to-customer divisions through its 7 subsidiaries across 5 separate business divisions. These include the blockchain division through its subsidiary, its B-Chain, the technology division through award-winning subsidiary IoT Labs, its fintech division through Global Money One, which uses a blend of industry expertise, state-of-the-art technology and compliance requirements to create disruptive solutions that deliver control, security and real-time payments and international money transfer. EVOS serves as a one-stop shop for the EV industry, while the telecom division is the largest of these, being made up of Swisslink, Etelex, Q Global and SMS Directors, all coming in under the IQS Telecom brand. The company has presence in 15 countries and its products and services are used in several industries such as telecommunications, EV, financial services, chemical and liquid fuel distribution industries. Through its subsidiaries, iQSTEL is interconnected with some of the world's largest telecommunication companies such as Vodafone, Verizon, Orange and even IBM. During 2021, iQSTEL announced that it became a debt-free company and is now completely debt-free with no convertible notes, warrants, promissory notes or settlement agreements from its balance sheet. And we will see this in more detail when I look at the balance sheet later in this video. iQSTEL business strategy is to develop their businesses with high margin and EBITDA contributions in areas such as EV, Internet of Things technology and blockchain solutions. This approach will make iQST one of the leaders as a one-stop shop for high-tech services. iQST expansion potential in light of Michael Burry electric motorcycle investment and a $1.2 trillion market entry. Now the title of this press release is a bit clickbait, but it certainly caught my attention. While overall market performance continues to reflect a degree of uncertainty in reaction to the evolving pandemic, Ukraine tensions and anticipated interest rate hikes, iQSTEL's improving future is otherwise becoming more predictable as we continue our advance towards a Nasdaq uplisting. Now we have seen the impact of these 3 factors recently, especially the Ukraine tensions. The markets have been a bloodbath over the past few weeks and we have seen major global stocks nosedive, and generally the more speculative the stock, the more in the red it has been. Management believe that the upcoming audited financial report for 2021 will further confirm the prospects. Accordingly, Leandro Iglesias is confident that confirmation will be reflected in the iQSTEL share price. As I have said before, I remain optimistic. The iQSTEL share price has the potential to increase organically to meet the Nasdaq minimum listing price. While we have already published what we expect to report, 64 million in revenue in our audited financial report for 2021, and that our shareholder equity in the 2021 report will meet the Nasdaq minimum listing requirements, I believe those figures are yet reflected in the company's share price. We have also reported an estimated $6.7 million in revenue for January 2022. This represents a 42% increase year over year, and management believe that Q1 results will bring credibility for the 2022 $90 million forecast. As part of iQSTEL's EV division, the company has developed its first product with the current client base in mind. iQSTEL has produced and shipped EV motorcycles at a manageable price point for its target market through partnership with a local manufacturer. So this is where the clickbait PR comes into play. Harley-Davidson recently separated its electric motorcycle division, merging it into a SPAC with the Taiwan motorcycle manufacturer. Prior to the SPAC deal, Harley-Davidson had not brought an electric motorcycle to the market at a price point that could establish market traction. Now, with the Taiwanese manufacturing component, the electric motorcycle SPAC has attracted investment from the Big Short investor Michael Burry. And management believe that Harley-Davidson SPAC move and Michael Burry's investment reflects well on iQSTEL's EV strategy. So this is something that I have actually been following for a while now, and this SPAC was very close to being included in a video that I produced last weekend, but ultimately I tried to keep the videos from being too long. Harley-Davidson EV motorcycle unit Livewire is set to merge with AEA Bridges Impact Corporation, ticker IMPX. The deal is expected to close in the second half of 2022. And the combined company is expected to have an enterprise value of about 1.77 billion and post-money equity value of around 2.3 billion at closing. Upon closing of the transaction, Livewire will be the first publicly traded EV motorcycle company in the US and will trade on the New York Stock Exchange under the symbol LVW. Now, this is not entirely true because IQSTEL should have completed their uplisting to Nasdaq well before this. Management are optimistic that iQSTEL's leadership potential in pursuit of global economic growth opportunity will be recognized by the market at large in light of the company's historical performance and the soundness of the expansion plans. Looking at the most recent financial statements, they have total assets of 7.5 million and total liabilities of 4.1 million. Of this, 1.2 million is made up of cash and cash equivalents. I never like to see a major part of assets being made up with goodwill, and there is 1.5 million of goodwill recorded here. But this does only amount to about 1/5 of total assets, and they still have in excess of 6 million in assets if we even disregard the goodwill. This gives the company a very strong balance sheet and a current ratio of nearly 2-to-1 in favour of assets, which is a huge improvement from the previous year where liabilities outweigh assets at a ratio of nearly 1.5-to-1. Looking at the income statement, they have a revenue for the quarter of 16 million and over 46 million for the year so far, giving IQST a total loss for the year of 3.1 million. But as we spoke about already, less than 200,000 of this loss is attributable to the latest quarter, and this goes a long way to back up management's views that they will turn profitable in the next quarter. It's always vital in these types of companies to have management who are both experienced and connected in order to help the company achieve its growth projections. Leandro Iglesias is the current co-founder, chairman of the board and president and CEO of iQSTEL. He founded the company with one business objective: build a successful company from an idea to Nasdaq. So the goal right from the very start was to get this company onto the Nasdaq, which IQST are now very close to achieving. Alvaro Quintana is the company's CFO and other co-founder. He has developed a career of more than 20 years of experience in the telecommunications industry, focusing on regulatory affairs, strategic planning, value-added services and international interconnection agreements. So together with the independent directors on the board, they oversee the entire group of companies, while the individual company CEOs run each division of the company's operations through each subsidiary. Each of these are highly experienced with decades of experience between them. I highly recommend checking out the company's website for more detail on these. Looking at the chart over the past 12 months, we can see that IQST is down over 50% from last February's high, but the stock is far more deserving of that share price now than it was back then. And looking closer, here are some lines that I drew on this chart just before my last video, and afterwards the share price shot up from about 60 cents up to over $1. Looking closer at the chart since the beginning of January, it is clear to see this wedge formation, which tends to be a strong indicator of a breakout move, and I do expect this to happen within the next couple of weeks, indicated here by the yellow highlighted area. Any catalyst in the short term could really drive this upwards, and any more Information regarding the plan to uplist to Nasdaq could really help provide this, as management have already said they predict that the company will be in a position to meet the Nasdaq requirements organically without any need to do a reverse split. As I have shown here using the stock's recent performance, the current price is far closer to its recent low point, but I have indicated here over the past few weeks the stock has been hitting higher lows, which is another good indication going forward. This is indicated with the blue arrows, but this is just my analysis. What do you think is going to happen in the coming weeks at IQST, and do you agree or disagree with my analysis? If you have watched this far into the video, you are a true legend, and I would really appreciate if you could hit the like button. It really helps the channel out a lot. And check out some of my other videos too for ideas on other top quality stocks to invest in. If you are new, subscribe and turn on notifications, and I'll catch you in the next one.